everything seems fine. At least, that's what people around you say. They tell you. You have it all. You're healthy. You have a place to live. Your job isn't bad. You can afford to travel once in a while. You buy yourself nice clothes. And still, when you're alone at night, in that familiar silence, something inside you feels hollow. There's a discomfort, hard to describe, because nothing is obviously wrong, but something is missing, and you don't really talk about it, because when you do, people respond. What more could you want? This is where Epicurus enters, because his philosophy speaks directly to what you're feeling today. He said, thousands of years ago, happiness begins with not wanting what you don't need. According to Epicurus, people aren't unhappy because they're poor, but because they feel deprived. Not because they lack something, but because they believe they should have more. Your unhappiness may not come from lack, but from longing. Longing for too much. Longing for what was never truly yours to want. What society taught you to want. What ads told you to chase. What social media presented as normal. But these desires, they're not yours. They were given to you. By culture, by marketing, by the voices of childhood. Epicurus identified 3 types of desires. Natural and necessary, like food, shelter, safety. Natural but unnecessary, like fancy meals, luxury. Neither natural nor necessary, like fame, wealth, constant praise. Most unhappy people today are trapped in that 3rd category. Even those who seem successful on the outside, because they stopped asking themselves, what do I really want? And instead started chasing. What do people expect me to be? That's why lives that look perfect from the outside often decay quietly from within. You were conditioned to believe that happiness comes from achieving goals, but when you reach one, there's another, then another, an endless loop. Epicurus knew this. He said, if you don't get what you desire, you suffer. But if your desires have no limit, you will always suffer. This is what you're living, not failure, but an addiction to more, not knowing how to stop and mistaking that for ambition. So what do we do? Give everything up? Run away from society? No. Epicurus never suggested escaping the world. He taught us to understand it. He believed happiness rests on 3 pillars: friendship, freedom, peace of mind. Now ask yourself, do you have them? Do you have people around you that you trust deeply? Do you feel mentally free or trapped in constant what next thoughts? Do you ever just breathe? According to Epicurus, true happiness doesn't come from pleasure, but from tranquility. Pleasure is fleeting. Tranquility stays. And tranquility doesn't come from the outside world. It grows inside you. Maybe you feel unhappy not because your life is wrong, but because you've abandoned your inner life. Everything seems fine, but inside there's a gap, a quiet distance between you and yourself, a distance filled with borrowed desires. So here's the only thing I'll say to you at the end of this video. Go back to yourself. Don't fix the outside first. Fix what's inside. Seek peace, not pleasure. Because Epicurus once said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants.